Hey guys, Juan here. Today I'm gonna show you a little demo of all of the cool things you can do with the R script visual in Power BI. First things first, in order for this to work, you need to have R installed in your computer. It comes completely independent from Power BI, so that's an extra installation that you have to do. If you have R already installed or you want to get started, my recommendation would be to go to here to Options, go to this little tab called R Scripting, and here there is a small tutorial on how to download R and how to install it. I personally already have an instance of R installed in my computer and I'm pointing at it using Power BI, so that shouldn't be a problem, but just a word of caution, you really need to get that sorted first. But once everything is sorted, I'm gonna click now on my R script visual. And for today, I prepared one of my favorite plots, which is one that some people call a correlation matrix. And for that, I've also selected this Pokemon dataset. The reason I selected it is because it has a lot of numeric information like defense, attack, and I think it works quite well for you to show a correlation. Once you already drag the visualization into your canvas, you need to start adding fields. What type of fields do you want to display? Well, I want to see attack, I want to see defense, I want to see HP, speed, and let's add the name of the Pokemon. Now what is good to notice is right here in values under the visualizations pane, everything has been added under the same field, so both text and numeric information is being added here. And consequently here in the R script editor, you can also see that there is some code that's already been commented out. So here, this one that is called dataset, it is a data frame that contains attack, defense, HP. I didn't have to write that. Power BI does it automatically as soon as you're populating things right here in your visualization canvas. The first mistake that I did, and I can imagine a lot of people doing, is deleting the comments here so that we can see it as normal code. And let me tell you already, this is not going to work. It really has to be commented out, and this line here that says unique, it has to run. There is no way around it. The recommendation is that you start your script here down under. The correlation plot that we're gonna do today comes from the site package, and it's really just not a big deal how to make it. It's just a matter of writing pairs.panels and then passing the data set as the argument. And boom, there you have it. We have already a visualization. Now, for those of you that don't have the site package installed, you can of course install it in here. So install the packages and then psych in quotations, but this is going to install it every single time, no matter if you already have it. If you want to be a bit smarter and go one step beyond, we can add here if statement. Psych, yes. So we can add here an if statement that checks if the package is not available, and if it's not, then it installs it. Otherwise, it would just not do anything. One more thing that you might have to specify for this not to fail is inside of the install packages, you might need to populate the repository argument. For today, I'm just copy and pasting the CRAN webpage. This technically works, but depending on where you're located in the world, you might want to choose a mirror that is closer to you. even though for today it's not going to be a massive deal. So this is it. This is the code that I wanted. It runs well, and it displays this visualization. Now, how we can take this one step further, let me show you a couple of things that you might be interested in seeing. The first thing is slicers work perfectly with this type of visualizations. So I decided here a slicer into my report, and let's put, for example, the generation as the field. Look how neat and how fluent the visualization just changes depending on what I have here on my slicer. And in case you're right now wondering, okay, that's slicers, how about interacting with other visualizations? Well, I think it also works quite well. Let me just get a donut chart. I'm going to, sure, let's say the number of Pokemons. And for color, let's say if they're legendary, yes or no. I'm gonna click on yes. And that's that. This visualization interacts with everything. Now, I think these R scripts are not really that amazing when you have a really big data set. Because remember, Power BI has to send all of that data to R and then wait for a response. But for some cases, like for example right here, I think building a visualization like this from scratch will take a lot of time. So if you're currently using R or Python and you have a visualization that you just prefer importing instead of building from scratch, well, this is a really neat solution. I hope you'll enjoy this tutorial. Let me know if you would like me to show you the Python one in the future.